Jeni Elizabeth, the Hollywood stylist behind every
It's fun and refreshed.
The great part about the trends this spring is that a lot of them are really easy DIY projects at home.
Nice.
Right.
Celebrity stylist Jeni Elizabeth has joined us on the couch because we got to talk about the biggest category. It's the one that doesn't get an award.
And now Jeni comes to the Fashion TV network, where she'll make your Wednesdays fashionably mismatched. Here's Jeni.
Hi guys, welcome back. I'm super excited for today's episode. We missed you guys last week. We had a little sickness in the studio, but we're back and ready to go with one of the best episodes. So today, I'm really excited not only for summer essentials because it's the perfect time to get them because the weather is finally warming up, but also I have a super important guest today, Mr. Corey Roché. He has, I've worked with Corey and known him for 11 years. He's worked on almost every set with me and major celebrity, super awesome. I'm really excited to bring him on to have you guys meet him. So with that, Corey, are you there?
I'm here. Hey, how are you?
I'm so excited. Okay, so you're in LA.
Yes, I'm in LA.
Is it so hot there right now?
It is not hot right now. We have bipolar weather right now. Yesterday was like 75. That was the warmest it's been in a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been pretty chilly here.
I think it's 78 here right now.
Ugh, I wish.
All right, so I'm super excited for everybody to get to know you. I want to start by having you tell all of these amazing viewers how awesome you are, a little bit of your background, and how you got started in fashion.
All right, hello guys. Hi. Like she said, my name is Corey Roché. I'm a costume designer and wardrobe stylist and a digital creator. I got started in around 2013 with Jeni. Jeni was actually going on maternity leave and needed to find a replacement. And Tattoo Nightmares Miami was my first show.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
It was fun. It was fun. It was hot, but fun.
Yeah. I remember Shiana Mix came over to me and I was like, I think with both kids, I worked until I was like basically in labor. And she was like, you need someone to help you. And I have the perfect guy. And she told me about you and I was so excited to meet you. And I remember you came on set and you were like ready to go. You were points. So, and I was like, has he worked in fashion? She's like, a little bit. And I was like, and at the time our boss was like, you have to get somebody that's on point. Like Sally was like, you know, really on her game. And you came in, you were ready to kill it.
Yeah, and I actually had only started in fashion about 3 months prior to that show. And so it was like kismet, like it just happened. I did go back in time, like once I decided to leave corporate America and come over to the fashion world. I did go back like I was in undergrad and get some internships. I took a few classes because I had never dressed a woman. I learned textiles and shapes. So I did prepare myself for the inevitable, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, and we worked on, God, I was trying to make a list, but we had Tattoo Nightmares, we had Snoop and Martha, we had obviously The Real, Tattoo Kelsey, right? Travis Kelsey. Who would have thought then, right?
Yeah, I know. And now he's like a mogul.
I mean, those days we were walking around the Bev Center with him and everything was totally chill and fine.
Right. He was just a regular smuggler guy, just had got into the game. And he got the show on WeTV, and we did Exile in Dominican Republic. Remember that one? That was a fun show. It was hot but fun.
It was like 800 degrees there.
It was ridiculously hot.
Yeah. I think for me, at least, doing The Real and Snoop and Martha was probably the most fun that we had together.
Hands down. Martha and Snoop was probably one of my favorite projects that I've worked on to date.
Yeah, for sure. I remember coming to you. Ice Cube was a guest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember two things stick out to me. Well, many things stick out to me about that show. But one was coming to you and saying that I didn't think that Ice Cube could wear his hat on camera because it had a logo. And I remember you looking at me and being like, "You're not taking off Ice Cube's hat, Jenny. Like, you
He's
can't
not.
do
That's
that.
not happening.
Not asking him for his hat. No." And
It's
I
not happening. Ice Cube is
was
not going to take his Raiders hat off. It's not happening. So we're going to have to work around it, you know?
right. And then the second one was Snoop's logo. Remember, he had like a C on all his clothes. And I was like, from a legality purpose, I was like, Corey, he can't have that big C. What does it stand for? What does it stand for? And I remember Googling like brands that started with a C, and, like trying to find the brands. And then he was on set, you guys were backstage, and I remember saying like, what is, and you're like, Jenny, it's the Bloods and the Crips, like that's,
Right.
and I remember him looking at me being like, you're just like, he just looked at me with this look of disgust that I didn't know. And I was like, oh God.
Two things that I remember from Martha and Snoop are one, that Martha called you wardrobe mistress.
Yeah.
I will never forget that because I was like, what is more wardrobe mistress? I had never heard it before, but obviously it was something from back in the day that they used prior. And then secondly, we had to dress those turkeys up in tuxedos.
Oh my God, yes.
That was two moments that I will never forget on Martha and Snoop set.
Some of the craziest, times on that set for sure, because the guests were also ridiculous, right? Like
Yes.
off the charts, and they would show up in outfits that we had to make work and not necessarily with the wardrobe that they needed. And I just remember coming to you and saying like, what are we going to do with this look? Or like, we need bedazzled goggles in 5 minutes. Do you have a bedazzler on you?
Right. Glue gun, anyone? Glue gun? No?
But that was, I think, one of the best parts. We had this awesome boss who, always threw stuff at us, today's going to be game day. We need jerseys, and you needed them in like 5 minutes, right? Or we need bedazzled goggles. Or I think when people think of styling and wardrobe, they think it's just about like, shopping and buying these looks, right? Which is for the suburban mom. But when you get to on set, I think the world opens so much more. And it's really
Agreed.
being able to come up with those last minute things that you need to create the creative of the whole look that also fall under wardrobe.
Right. Absolutely. I think that is what keeps me on my toes, what keeps me young. Being in this business, getting thrown curveballs at the last minute, it's like kind of like how we thrive. It's so weird. It's like sick and twisted to some people, but for us in our world, it's like if you don't have 18 fires in a day, you're not cooking.
It's boring. It's a boring.
Yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, give me a rope. So I think the more that we get things thrown at us, it like makes us better. I know that
Oh,
sounds
for
weird.
sure. Yeah. And it keeps you on your toes, right? And then you have these
Absolutely.
specifics of every different celebrity has a different specific or need that they want. Whether it's Martha and the certain hangers or the tissue paper, right? The gold plated
The
tissue paper.
gold plated chocolate scented lame tissue paper. Every garment
Right.
was wrapped in
It's
this chocolate glitter lame scented paper
perfect. It was perfect.
with the little sticker. It was a lot.
Right. It was a lot. And the reel was always fun. I remember when I would do their wardrobe lineup, you and Oakley would come in and say to me, Jenny, it looks like a Skittle set on that. Like I was obsessed with having different colors. And we've talked on this show before about my rainbow aspect of life. And you guys would be like, let's tone it down. Let's bring in some neutrals. And I was always like neons and rainbows everywhere.
Rainbows and polka dots but it worked. It worked. I think that what you did on the reel set the tone for the show in regards to wardrobe and appearance. Having those girls in different colors. And that's something that I've taken with me in my career to date, is that you have to make sure that you have an arrayment on the screen, because that is what grabs the audience first. Is first appearances are lasting appearances. And so with you doing blue, red, green, and color blocking, you put two floral prints in the middle and three girls in the solids and things like that, it really helps to balance out the set.
Yeah, and I think I've talked a little bit how I feel like color brings happiness, right? And smiles. And I really believe, and to this day, when I'm watching a show with a lineup or they're on a panel, I feel like when I'm looking at color, if it's like a dark set, like specifically the voice, or if it's like something dark, even The Bachelor at night for rose ceremonies, right? You see the girls really pop in their colors. And I think it just really sets a tone and sort of makes you feel like it's a happier moment rather than something drab and dark.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I love to have fun with that. And with that, I feel like we are going to go to commercial. But when we come back, I think it's a perfect time to jump into summer essentials and what everyone can wear to brighten up their days and make their days awesome. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to dive right into it. So we'll see you in a minute.
What is it?
This girl I just matched with, she likes The Office. I also like The Office.
Go to her.
She likes The Office. I'd known Monica for a whole 6 seconds. She was gonna switch to me.
I object.
Oh, did I mention she was getting married?
I'm Tanner. I like watching The Office and going on adventures. 6 foot. Gym rat. I want to find the Pam to my gym. And we're unlike any man I've ever met in my life.
You are unlike any woman I have ever met.
Switching has never been easier. Switch to T-Mobile and save up to $650 per line.
You're definitely not 6 feet.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
All right, and we're back. So I think that, and I don't know, Corey, you tell me, I feel like Fashion Week this year, but specifically for summer, brought a lot of things I wasn't necessarily prepared for, but a lot of things that I love. I think knowing me as a stylist, whether it's about like overlays or lace or tulle or I love a little flair. So
a lot of flair.
A lot of flair. But I loved summer essentials this year, and I thought it would be fun to do something to help our viewers get ready for summer and sort of walk them through. I get a lot of comments that I'm doing a lot of women's stuff, so I was excited to bring in some men's stuff and talk about some of the colors and prints and fabrics and stuff that everyone can buy these days to help them be on trend. And also feel great about themselves this summer.
Yay.
So I thought we would jump right into it. And this is a super fun one, which is the preppy athletic casual look. Corey, what's your thought?
I'm always here for a preppy athletic casual look. I love a good khaki pant. I probably have about 5 of them in my wardrobe myself, in different tones, different shades of the khaki. I love a good polo. And for me, a summer essential is a white t-shirt. I'm just ecstatic with a crisp white t-shirt. That can take your look to the next level. It just makes it look so clean and neat.
Agreed. Yeah. And I think also the little tennis dresses, right? That
oh yeah,
are usually reserved for tennis, right? Like, I was actually in one of my best friend's closets, Lindsay Cesarniak, the other day, and she had this like bright pink tennis skirt, and I had like a matching Banana Republic bright pink sweater, like a V-neck lightweight summer sweater, and she was like, "That's my tennis skirt," and I was like, I mean, it doesn't matter that you have to wear that with these white sneakers. So I love the idea of sort of meshing, your favorite hobby with your everyday life. It makes it really easier, especially for like PTA moms who go to play tennis during the day and then they can run and pick up their kids or run to the mall. It saves time, right? It's a good look. It's fun and easy.
Tennis skirts are in this year. They've made a huge comeback. I mean, I was shopping with my mom in Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and we went into Aloe. They had tennis skirts. We went into Lululemon. They had tennis skirts. So a lot of people are meshing athleisure with casual. Like that's the new look. It's like just put on some athleisure and go about your day, and no one's looking at you like weird, like, oh, you're gonna wear your workout clothes all day. You see it everywhere.
Yeah.
And people are meshing athleisure with regular clothes. You see a crop top now or a crop sweater that someone's cut off, and they'll have on some leggings or biking shorts, you know what I'm saying, with a good sneaker. So I
Yeah.
agree.
Great. Yeah. All right. So next we have, let's see, what's next on our, oh my God. Okay. So this I was really excited about. Everybody's got the little black dress, right? Like,
Right.
I love the little white dress. For some reason, I feel like the little white dress is a lot more fun and much more flexible in terms of accessories, add-ons, whether you want to do scarves, blazers, hats, like little white crisp sneakers. I feel like it's much more fun than the little black dress.
Agreed. A little black dress, in my opinion, is such a specific thing because you use that little black dress, or women use that little black dress for like a date or a work event, or, it's
Or
not like,
funeral.
yes, unfortunately, a funeral. But it's not like a little white dress where you can go on a picnic or, you know, to church versus a funeral, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's way lighter.
Yeah, I think it's lighter. I think it's more fun. It's easier to accessorize. As I said, it's easier to add color. It's
Absolutely.
lighter, like heat wise, right? Sun. Like
Yeah, it's like that's what I meant by lighter, excuse me. It's like it brightens up the day versus the black dress keeps you in a certain specific place.
totally. All right. So we love the little white dress. Okay.
Agreed, agreed.
So next is West. Okay, so I grew up as a horseback rider, and I always have my boots and a little bit of fringe somewhere close by. So this I'm having a lot of fun with. What are your thoughts?
I'm here for the boots. I actually own a pair of cowboy boots. They're Durangos.
Really?
I do. I do. I own
Sure.
a pair
I
of
would have
cowboy
expected.
boots. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Um, and I love denim. Denim is one of my favorites. I love a good Canadian tuxedo, which to me, reads West. And why not throw a good hat on it? You know?
Yeah. There's something also I think super sexy about like a sort of, torn up denim skirt with a pair of cowboy boots, or even just like a dude in a cowboy hat. Like I don't know, it's different, it stands out. It's like, its own sort of independent style.
Yeah.
And I feel like the fringe sometimes, like depending on what it is, I could take it or leave it. Like I'm not a huge fringe bag girl. I do like what they were doing with the fringes on the skirts.
Mhm.
Um, and also the DIY idea of slicing a skirt. Have you seen that?
I have, which is pretty good. I am I'm into fringe, but I feel as though it has to be one piece. You can't do a fringe jacket, fringe pants or shorts, fringe purse. It's like a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
got
you have to pick one piece that you would like to kind of have that flair with, which typically is for me, a good denim jacket with fringe is the way to go.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that the fringe is staple, and should be sort of the loudest part, the loudest part of the look. So, I mean, this is like me all over. Bold pattern and sassy sequins. Like, can we talk just for 1 minute about that blazer? Like, come on, man.
The blazer is really, really good. It's
The
a good
shirt, is that
blazer.
etro? Like, etro is a good one for that too.
I love etro for patterns. Their patterns, and I love a good Dries Van Noten piece.
Yeah.
The fun that they have with their patterns and prints are just second to none.
And what's your feeling on blending prints? What do you think about it? We know can go crazy.
I'm a huge pattern on pattern person. I love pattern play. I do it in my life often. I think it's fun, and I think it allows character, personality, a little zest.
Yeah, I do too. It's so much more. I feel like you want to talk to someone more. It says more about their personality when you see someone with like mixing colors or mixing patterns. Like, it's almost like you know off the bat that they're fun.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a conversation starter. I mean, I can't say how many times I've been approached because I have on 3 patterns, like, dude, I love how you just did all of that in one fit, So
I
think it's a conversation starter for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, even like and it's not just for the women. Obviously, I love a good banana, banana leaf. Obviously, I think it comes from my love for the Beverly Hills Hotel. But I love the florals on the blazers, the florals for the guys. I think it says, usually when a couple goes out or a dude goes out, you're not really like necessarily talking about the fashion. And I think that it sort of opens up that conversation piece too. Like, for men, that's not just about women. Like, oh, you look gorgeous. Say like, dude, I love your jacket. I love your tie. Like, I think it says a lot about men who are willing to take that chance and wear the patterns and the colors.
Well, we're in an era now where men do care about their aesthetic. My parents, your parents, their date nights, was dad really getting that dressed up? He would put on a polo or a sweater and some khakis, and that was that. Men actually want to look their best when they're going out with their mate now,
Totally. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go through this one quickly. Sophisticated statement belts. What's your thought? I love a good like scarf belt.
You love scarf belts. I like the obi belts.
Oh yeah.
The kind of the wide ones that you can kind of wrap around. I think those are really fun, and it adds a really good element to the look. It actually opens up the look because it blocks it out. So it gives you like a waist, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah. That is a good staple.
And I also think a great place to find these is sometimes Goodwill, like a thrift store. You get those awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Those awesome finds there. So we're going to cut to a quick commercial. And when we come back, we're going to do a little lightning round with Corey and take some questions. So we'll see you in a minute.
Omar, look. Omar, check this out. Hi, yeah, I was calling to see if you do laser hair removal for men. Notice that my hips are off the ground? And then I'm gonna pike my hips back into downward dog. Hey, the rain stopped.
A bad day on the road still beats a good one off it.
Tell me about that dinner procedure again! I can still taste it in my mouth.
Progressive helps keep you out there.
All right, so we're back, and it seems like we have a lot of questions. So, Corey, we're going to jump right in and take some questions for you, which are always a lot of fun.
Let's do it.
All right, go for it. Let's see. Kristen, hi, Corey and Jenny. Wow, what a cool episode. What was your favorite celebrity to dress and why? Corey, go.
I think it was Snoop.
Yeah. I knew it.
And the reason why, we have such a I'm sorry, lost for words, but we think a certain way about Snoop. And when he's on set, he is so professional, so smooth. so chill. He's just the easiest guy to work with. And believe it or not, he loves a good working bow tie. Remember how many times I had to actually tie that bow tie for him?
Yes.
He was, listen, the guy likes what he likes, but that was my favorite moment.
Yeah, he is definitely super cool. Hillary, hi Hillary. Is it hard to create a TV actor's wardrobe for their specific show when they don't want to be on trend? How do you manage that difference?
Well, for me, it's really not up to the actor when we're on a sitcom. It kind of has to do with a collective from the executive producers to us as the costume designers and costumers. And then we go to the actor because we do want their light to shine, is what I say. If their light is not shining, meaning if they don't like or feel comfortable in the look, then they won't perform well. So there are multiple factors that we use to choose an actor's wardrobe on a television show.
So true. Terry Herschel, as a costume designer, are you constructing those pieces? What do you like more, design or style?
In television and features, I love design. I love to build things. On the neighborhood, I built pretty much 80% of Cedric the Entertainer's wardrobe, just because for the big and tall, it's not a huge market out there. So my team and I, we built his clothes, we built his jogging suits, we built his polo shirts. And that was, that's creating, that's cooking to me.
Yeah, that's an awesome part of it. Do you need to match your belt buckle, gold or silver, with your other accessories, or can you mix and match?
So now that's a tough question. I'm going to say first, to each its own. However, for me, if it's gold, it's gold. If it's silver, it's silver. So I'm a monotone kind of guy.
I agree with you there. And I'm really into the mixing and matching, but I feel like in terms of accessories and the silver or, the brushed nickel or rose plated, whatever it may be, you have to stick to sort of one theme there.
Stick to the script.
What show are you working on now? Great show, Sarah Reynolds. What are you working on now, Corey?
I am not working on anything right now. As you guys know, we've been on strike for quite some time, and the industry has not gotten back to its normal state. So I also am a digital creator, so I do do a lot of videos because I get a lot of partnerships. So that's currently what I'm doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hard industry. It's not that easy.
It's tough.
Well, Corey, we are so excited that you joined us today. We had so much fun. I'm hoping that you'll come back again and visit us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
I enjoyed it.
you guys can follow Corey on his Instagram.
Yes, follow me.
Please do. And I feel like he might have some exciting stuff coming up. And we're super excited for next week. We're going to talk a little bit more about celebrity style. We have a great giveaway. Fashion Network has amazing giveaways coming up, and I'm excited to be a part of that. So hopefully we see you guys next week on Celebrity Style. Corey, thank you so much for coming. I miss you. I miss your face.
I miss you too. Yes.
All right.
I
love
enjoyed you.
Please come back and see us soon. Say hi to everybody on Instagram for us.
Will do. Hello, guys. I'll be back, I'm sure.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. See you next week.
There's a couple things I'd like